You remember their face. You remember what they were wearing. You remember the exact moment they smiled at you. But their name? Gone. Already gone. Like it was never there. You just met them. They told you their name. You nodded, you smiled, and 5 seconds later, you are standing there with nothing, a blank space where a word should be. This has happened to you more than once, maybe more than you can count. And here's the thing, you are not forgetful. Not really. You remember song lyrics from 15 years ago. You remember the exact thing someone said to you in 7th grade that made you feel small. You remember faces, feelings, the way a room smelled on a specific afternoon. Your memory is not broken. So why does a name, one word, sometimes two, disappear the moment you hear it? This is not a memory problem. This is something else entirely. Let's start here. You are not broken. You are not rude. You are not bad with people. Your brain is not failing you. It is actually doing something very specific, very human, and very understandable. And once you understand it, the shame around this quietly dissolves. Forgetting names is one of the most common things humans do. Psychologists have been studying it for decades, and what they keep finding is the problem almost never starts at retrieval. It starts long before that. It starts in the first 5 seconds. The first reason this happens is something researchers call encoding failure. Memory works in stages. You experience something, your brain encodes it, stores it, and later retrieves it. Most people assume forgetting happens at retrieval, that the memory was stored somewhere and you just cannot find it. But with names, the failure usually happens at step 1. The name never got encoded in the first place. Think about what happens when you meet someone new. You are not just hearing a name. You are processing their face, reading their expression, deciding how to hold your body, wondering if your handshake was too firm or not firm enough, scanning for social cues, managing your own anxiety. Your brain is handling an enormous amount of information all at once. Psychologists call this cognitive overload. And your working memory, the short-term mental space where new information lives before it gets stored, has a strict limit. Research in cognitive science consistently shows that working memory can only hold a small number of items at once. When that space fills up, something gets pushed out, and the name, which arrived early and felt abstract and unconnected to anything else, is usually the first thing to go. You did not forget their name. You never fully learned it. There is a second reason, and it has less to do with information and more to do with where your attention actually was. When you meet someone for the first time, especially in a social setting, a part of your attention goes inward. Are you saying the right things? Do you seem confident? Are they judging you? Is this going well? That internal monitoring takes up mental bandwidth, real bandwidth. And while you were busy checking in on yourself, the name slipped past without being grabbed. This is especially true for people who carry social anxiety, even mild, low-level anxiety that does not feel like a clinical diagnosis. When the nervous system activates, even slightly, the brain shifts into a kind of protective mode. It prioritizes scanning for threat and managing self-presentation. Learning a new word that belongs to a stranger is simply not the priority in that moment. Your brain was not being lazy. It was being cautious. It was protecting you in the only way it knew how. But here is the part nobody tells you. Names are one of the hardest categories of information for the human brain to encode. Not because of any flaw in you, but because of what names actually are: arbitrary sounds attached to people, with no inherent meaning. Your brain loves meaning. It stores information by connecting it to things it already knows: emotions, stories, context, patterns. Names, especially names of strangers, offer almost none of that. They arrive as abstract labels with nothing to hold on to. Your brain is actually wired to remember meaningful things over meaningless ones. A face carries information, expression, age, emotion, familiarity. A name, in that first moment, is just a sound. and sounds without context fade fast. The third reason goes deeper, into the way you experience other people. Some people, when they meet someone new, are immediately focused outward, absorbing details about the other person, cataloging who they are, what they seem like, what they might want. Other people, especially those who process social situations more internally, are simultaneously constructing an impression, calibrating their response, filtering through 100 small interpretations all at once. These are not character flaws on either side. They are different cognitive styles. And the people who process richly and deeply, who leave a conversation having understood something about the person they met, are often the same people who cannot recall the name afterward. They were busy doing something more complex. They were seeing the whole person. The label got lost in the process. And this is where it gets interesting. People who forget names consistently often remember everything else. The way someone laughed, the thing they said about their sister, the quiet discomfort in their voice when a certain topic came up. They carry impressions, not labels, experiences, not tags. This is not a deficit. It is a different way of paying attention. Creative thinkers, people who work in ideas and feelings and patterns, often struggle with names for exactly this reason. Their attention gravitates toward what is alive in the room, not what is categorical and fixed. The name is a category. The person is something else entirely. There is also something worth saying about the behavior this creates. You have probably found yourself doing something like this. Someone says hello and uses your name, and something in you recognizes the face but cannot locate the word, so you say something vague. Something warm but unspecific. You navigate around the name like it is a hole in the floor. You have become quite skilled at this without ever meaning to. Or you ask for their name again, bracing slightly for the flicker of hurt in their eyes. Or you quietly ask a mutual friend. Or you spend 10 minutes trying to remember before finally giving up and just hoping the name does not come up. All of this, every workaround, every careful navigation is your brain trying to protect you from a very specific kind of social pain. The embarrassment of not knowing something you were already told. The fear of seeming like you did not care. But the forgetting was never about caring. It was about processing. As people move through different stages of life, this experience tends to shift. A teenager meeting someone new is often flooded with self-consciousness, making encoding harder. In the 20s and 30s, social environments multiply new jobs, new cities, new circles, and the sheer volume of names to learn can be overwhelming. Later, many people find that they become better at names not because their memory improves, but because their anxiety softens. They are less focused on how they appear. They are more settled. And when the attention goes fully outward, the name has somewhere to land. The behavior does not disappear. The relationship to it changes. There is something quietly reassuring about understanding all of this. Because when you trace the path of name forgetting back to its source, you find not laziness, not carelessness, not a broken brain. You find a nervous system doing its best under conditions of social complexity. You find a mind that processes meaning more readily than labels. You find a person whose attention was somewhere real, their own internal world, the texture of the interaction, the feeling in the room rather than locked onto a single word. The forgetting is not a sign that you did not care. Often it is a sign of how much you were present to everything else. There is nothing here to fix, no technique required, no self-improvement project waiting on the other side of this understanding. You are someone whose brain sometimes lets names slip through because it is holding other things, important things, human things. You did not forget their name because something is wrong with you. You forgot it because your mind was already somewhere worth being, and that, quietly, is enough.